this video we are going to start the attachments of ilium. So first attachment is to the anterior superior iliac spine. So that is the sartorius muscle. So the sartorius muscle is attached to the anterior superior iliac spine, which gives attachment mainly to the also lateral head of inguinal ligament. So lateral head of inguinal ligament and sartorius muscle are attached here. Mainly this sartorius muscle is getting its origin from the anterior superior iliac spine, and it is extending up to the upper half of notch below spine. Okay, so upper half of notch below spine. So next attachment to the outer lip of our iliac crest. So it provides mainly attachment to fascia lata. So you can see here the fascia lata. Okay, and also in its whole extent. So in the outer lip, in its whole extent, it gives attachment to the fascia lata, and origin to tensor fascia lata in front of the tubercle. So in front of the tubercle only it gives origin to tensor fascia lata, but whole extent of the outer lip is mainly giving insertion to the fascia lata. Okay, next insertion to the external oblique muscle. You can see there is insertion of external oblique muscle on the anterior 2/3. Okay, and there is origin to the latissimus dorsi here. You can see the lowest fibers of latissimus dorsi take its origin behind highest point on crest, and the tubercle of crest makes point of maximum traction by iliotibial tract. So maximum traction can be seen by means of iliotibial tract. Okay, so now coming to the inner lip, you can see this is the inner side. Okay, so this is the inner lip of the iliac crest, provides origin to transverse abdominis. This is the transverse abdominis on its inner lip. It is getting origin especially in anterior 2/3. Okay, and also attachment of fascia transversalis transversalis. Over here will be fascia transversalis, and to the fascia iliaca in its anterior 2/3. So fascia iliaca, fascia transversalis is along with the transverse abdominis on the inner lip of the iliac crest. Okay, they are all getting origin from the anterior 2/3 deep to attachment of transverse abdominis, and to the fascia iliaca in its anterior 2/3. And next coming to origin to quadratus lumborum. So you can see this is the quadratus lumborum. It is origin in the posterior 1/3 of the iliac crest, and there is also attachment of thoracolumbar fascia around attachment of quadratus lumborum. Here only there is also attachment of thoracolumbar fascia around attachment of quadratus lumborum. Okay, next we'll start with the intermediate area of iliac crest. So this is the intermediate area which is giving origin to the internal oblique muscle. So intermediate area, internal oblique muscle. Okay, easy to remember in an anterior 2/3. So this is anterior 2/3 giving origin to the internal oblique muscle, and attachment on dorsal segment. Okay, this is actually anterior, the anterior side. So on the dorsal side we need to see another diagram. So this is only the dorsal surface of iliac crest. So it is mainly giving attachment, especially lateral slope gives origin to gluteus maximus. So you can see this is the lateral slope giving origin to gluteus maximus muscle, and next comes the medial slope which gives origin to erector spinae muscle. Okay, so here's the medial line which gives origin to the erector spinae. So once again, lateral slope to the gluteus maximus. This is the medial slope to the erector spinae. So you can also see here a rough area for sacroiliac ligaments, right? So actually the interosseous and also dorsal sacroiliac ligaments are attached on medial margin deep to the attachment of erector spinae. So deep to it only this sacroiliac ligaments, both interosseous and dorsal sacroiliac ligaments are attached here. Okay, so if you remember, this is the anterior inferior iliac spine. So this gives origin to the rectus femoris striated. Okay, so below it there is a rough area, rough lower part which give attachment to iliofemoral ligament. So here only iliofemoral ligament and also the rectus femoris striated are getting originated. Okay, so here you can mainly observe the posterior border of ilium, right? This is the posterior border, anterior border. So the posterior border of ilium gives rise to one ligament called as sacrotuberous ligament that is just above the sciatic notch. It gives this ligament attachment to this ligament. And also if you see here, there is also on the posterior margin of your ilium, there is origin of some fibers of piriformis from the upper margin of greater sciatic notch. Okay, so now we'll start the gluteal muscles origin. So if you see, this is the gluteus maximus. So the gluteus maximus is getting its origin from the behind area of posterior gluteal line. Okay, so this is the posterior gluteal line here. So behind it you'll get the gluteus maximum origin. Here it's mentioned posterior gluteal line, behind it gluteus maximus origin. Okay, and next gluteus medius arise from the area between anterior and posterior gluteal line. You can see this is the anterior gluteal line, this is the posterior gluteal line. So in between them you will get the gluteus medius. Okay, next coming to gluteus minimus. It is originating between the anterior gluteal line and inferior gluteal line, and this is called as gluteus minimus. So three muscles: gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, and gluteus minimus. Three muscles arranged on the gluteal surface of your ilium. And below the inferior gluteal line, the reflected head of rectus femoris arise, especially from the groove above the acetabulum. Okay, so actually there is also a capsular ligament of hip joint which is attached to the margin of acetabulum to form a hip joint with the femur. So now we will talk about the inner surface of the ilium attachments. So on the inner surface, first if you remember the iliac fossa, it gives origin to the muscle called as iliacus muscle. Okay, so iliacus muscle is coming from iliac fossa on the upper 2/3, and lower it is grooved by part of fossa covered by iliac bursa. Lower it will be covered by the iliac bursa. Next coming to the part that is the iliac tuberosity. So you know this is the iliac tuberosity, right? So the iliac tuberosity provides attachment to introitious sacroiliac ligaments. You can see rough area for sacroiliac ligaments, especially introitious sacroiliac ligament in its greater part, and dorsal sacroiliac ligament will be located posteriorly, and iliolumbar ligament will be superiorly. Okay, and the convex margin of auricular surface. This is the convex margin. This one. The convex margin of auricular surface gives attachment to ventral sacroiliac ligament, and the attachments on pelvic surface are like the preauricular sulcus gives attachment to lower fibers of this ventral sacroiliac ligament, and the part of pelvic surface lateral to preauricular surface gives fibers of piriformis. Here it gives a few fibers of piriformis. Okay, and the rest of pelvic surface gives origin to upper part of obturator internus. You can say obturator internus, rest of the part. Okay, so this is all about the attachments, muscle attachments and ligament attachments of ilium. Next we'll start with pubis.